Hey, this is Anney.
And Samantha.
And welcome to Stuff I Never Told You, a production of iHeartRadio.
And y'all, for this Monday Mini, we're taking some time away from psychoanalyzing myself and all of you. Annie too. Yep. You're welcome to talk games. So we're coming back around because I feel like every now and then we need to talk about this. And it's been a minute since we've updated y'all, and especially my bouts of trying to get into gaming outside of just phone games, which, by the way, let me just take a quick second and say, I am playing a lot of phone games. And can I ask, what the hell is happening in this industry? Like, I think I talked about it a little before, which I mentioned about celebs are now doing all of these ads. We talked about Pedro Pascal and Kathy Bates being in one of the Merge games and making it like a 5-minute movie clip. And then we have now J-Lo has hopped on from like this dice game, which another game took her acting and just bleeped, like covered her talking about that one game and covered it with the other game, like obvious AI cover of the game name. It was hilarious. I was like, this can't be legal. Can it?
No, I wouldn't think so.
Are they the same company? They just like, we're just going to use this? It was quite funny, but it was similar games. But I was like, huh? So that happened. And then Sarah Jessica Parker was on a solitaire ad, and she literally has like the similar jingle for Sex and the City. And like, I was like, wait, what? And then Drew Barrymore is on a bingo. So I'm like, what is happening? Do they need money?
I'm sure they won't say no to money.
I mean, I guess we could have, like, we definitely did ads for one phone game, 2 phone games. We did it for 2 phone games. I just remembered that.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
the
we're
other
not
one, sometimes
celebs,
I play.
but...
Right, we're not celebs, but I'm just saying, I get us doing it. That's why I say this. I get us doing it. I get, like, YouTube people. I've seen YouTube people doing it. I just don't, like, the celebs who are literally Oscar-nominated people coming on. I'm like, huh. Not J-Lo. She's not Oscar. Is she? I don't think so. Anyway, and also the weird ads are still happening, and they are so sexual for the most mundane things. Again, a solitaire game has like undressing a girl for every like game that piece you. I was like, what the hell is this?
Whoa.
And it says rated E, and I was like, I doubt this game has this feature. One, and then another one was about toilet aliens, the weirdest toilet aliens that came and invade the earth and takes over things. I just saw the ad. I screen recorded it because I was like, what is this? If anybody's played that game, tell me why and what is it? Anyway.
Explain yourself and then.
I need both of those things because I was like, what is happening? But anyway, so phone games have really gone out of hand, and I am still playing a few. There are several things that I have seen, and y'all tell me, what is this scam? The whole like paying people to download specific games, and then like if you play a certain amount of times, they give you free cards, and I've done it, and I've gotten about like $100 worth of gift card, but it takes your data, so I probably shouldn't.
Oh,
it's odd.
I don't know.
I know. I think I'm on a fine line, but every now and again, I was like, oh, it's nice to buy these extra pieces. Anyway, back to the new games, such as for Switch or for Steam. I want to talk about one specific game called Snufkin, Melody of Moominvalley. Let me tell you this descriptor from the creators of the game themselves. Snufkin, Melody of Moominvalley is a story-rich musical adventure game about Snufkin restoring the valley, helping the quirky and memorable characters and critters calling it home. A series of hideous parks have cropped up in Moominvalley, disrupting the landscape and its harmonious nature. As Snufkin, distract police officers, pull out signs, and knock over misplaced statues as you vigorously try to restore nature and the inhabitants' home while putting an end to the industrious park keepers' plans. So yes, it is exactly what you think it is. And honestly, Annie, this is the one I sent you a picture of while I was sitting on the couch with my otter slippers with this beautiful like animation on our giant, we had just gotten our giant TV on this giant TV. And I played the entire game. So it's amazing. And it's an amazing find. It's so cute. It's very relaxing and open enough. It's not too open. You have to like, it gives you an air to be like, no, you're going the wrong way, but with direction. Again, it's very short though. So from the site moomkin.com, just to explain. The wise adventurer Snufkin is a philosopher and a wanderer who enjoys the simple things in life, fishing, playing his harmonica, and walking alone at night. A free spirit with no interest in owning things, Snufkin enjoys challenging authority figures such as park keepers. He greatly values his independence, but returns to Moominvalley every spring to spend time with his good friend, Moomintroll. Snufkin is widely admired for his quiet confidence and self-belief, especially by the smaller and more timid residents of Moominvalley. So it's actually based on a legendary Finnish creature called Moomins, and they are super cute. And just from the little research from that same site, moomin.com, here's a little bit of the story of the creator, Tove Jansson. So Swedish, Finnish people, sorry, I'm trying to do the correct pronunciations. But she was born in 1914 and died in 2001 and was a Swedish-speaking Finnish writer and artist who achieved worldwide fame as the creator of the stories about the Moomins, written and illustrated between 1945 and 1977. Moomin stories were originally written in Swedish, though Tove Jansson lived in Helsinki, Finland. During her immersive career, Tove Jansson wrote and illustrated in a total of 9 Moomin novels and 3 Moomin picture books. The first novel, The Moomins and the Great Flood, was more like a short story than a novel. In addition to Moomin's novels, Tove drew Moomin comic strips from the 1950s to 1960s until her brothers Lars Jansson started to help her. Besides the Moomin books and comics, Tove Jansson received recognition for her short stories and novels. So it was a legitimate tale, as in fact, my partner's coworker who lives, I believe, in Sweden, she actually knew it. She was like, "Oh yeah, I know Snufkin," and I was like, "Oh really?" So the animation is exactly from the Hansson's collection. So it's gorgeous with a lot of detail, and it's a beautiful look on a lot of the stories. From what I understood, it says that she was like born or alive during the Winter Wars, and she just really felt like they needed more color and happiness in the world, and so she created these tales. Obviously, it's anti-establishment, a little bit anti-authority, and really wanting to preserve the land, which is a great idea. And again, like Snufkin hates posts and signs, and that's one of the first things you have to go through and take out. I was like, oh, this is interesting, and then you have to be sneaky about it.
Mm-hmm.
And here's some reviews. So from rockpapershotgun.com, outside of your tasks and your ultimate goal of finding your pal, Moominvalley is a wonderful place to exist. The soundtrack by Oda Tilset captures the feeling of playful springtime walk with lazy strings and jovial pipes giving way to some pleasing plinks and plunks. Some headline tracks also feature Sigur Rós, giving them an extra hit of Rose G-minus when the game's more pivotal moments kick in. So yeah, take a pause here. At one point when I was playing this game, my partner comes down. He's like, wait, is that Sigur Rós? Like, he was very confused. And I was like, oh, yeah, I think you're right. And we looked it up, and yes, they are a part of this. So that article goes on. And the entire thing really is a stunner, all presented as if you're leafing through Snufkin's tales and Moominvalley leaps off the page. I found myself stopping frequently to admire the bob of some crabs in the water or soak in the views like when the moon lit up the sky as I crossed a rickety bridge. There's even some bespoke spots marked by small towers, each of which exists purely as spots for Snufkin to relax for a bit, transforming your screen into a shimmering wallpaper and transporting you straight into Snufkin's happy place. And I think that's one of the pictures I showed you. I was like, oh my God, you can sit here and see through the leaves and see the sun, or you can sit here, see through, see near the water and watch the fish jump. And I'm like, what is this? What is this? I loved it. And specifically about Sigur Rós being a part of it. From another article from rockpapershotgun.com titled Snufkin, Melody of Moominvalley Going Full Nordic by Collaborating with Sigur Rós. And they say, Melody of Moominvalley is a gentle adventure game where you play the wandering nature lover Snufkin and restore balance to Moominvalley, which will be ready for you to explore in 2023. That's when it was released. I'm not being facetious with my headline either. We want the game to feel very Nordic, and the sound of Sigur Rós has some of the most Nordic atmosphere I can imagine. We knew quite early on that we wanted to involve the band in some way, and I'm extremely pleased to see the direction this collaboration is heading, said Hypergame CEO Arsunnes. I'm so sorry if I said that wrong. Music from Sigur Rós' album is going to feature along with original compositions from composer and sound designer Oda Tilset. So yeah, they purposely brought in Sigur Rós. I'm like, how and why? Like, because I don't imagine Sigur Rós for such a uplifting open game. But again, there is a lot of anti-establishment comments within the game, so it makes sense. And specifically about the game from cmagonline.com, a lot of the story unfolds under the assumption that you're familiar with the Moomin series, so no characters are really given a proper introduction. And while I won't say it's the biggest problem, since the story gives you enough of an idea of characters' quirks and personalities, I think a glossary or even a little expositional dialogue would have been a nice way to add a little context for newbies. After all, these characters have been around since 1945. Newcomers may need a little extra information, which I was one of those. I was like, wait, what? But again, you don't really need it. So the gameplay is equally as simple, but it maintains a fun, laid-back atmosphere that is consistently engaging. During Snufkin's search for Moomin Troll, players will travel through Moominvalley, assisting its residents with their problems, which usually requires Snufkin to play one of his 3 instruments. Every creature helped and puzzle solved will reward players with inspiration, and with every increased level of inspiration, Snufkin can tackle bigger problems. On top of that, players will encounter parks where they will need to evade patrolling police officers and remove signs, so they have no rules to enforce. Once the police abandon the park, nature will be allowed to return, further rewarding players with inspiration. While it means to be relaxing and somewhat easy, I do wish there was some form of punishment for the one place where a confrontation can happen, namely getting caught in the parks. So again, it is really, really easy when you get caught, though, because there are those moments, because I didn't know what was happening, you just get to sit back and start over again. To be honest, as a novice gamer, I really appreciated the aspect that I didn't have to start all over again, because I think I would have just thrown some of the remote, to be honest, because I got caught a lot. But it was really, really fun. But like I think they will say in many other games, they wish it was longer. And I do too. So, like, you know, all this, the game is very soothing, but it does abruptly end and is a really short play, which is, for me, who have never finished a game, it says a lot. I wish there were more adventures, and I wish we were able to see, like, Snufkin and Moomin Troll go on an adventure together, defeating other park rangers or the sort, because they were super cute. I seriously love the game. It's completely up my alley. I will say they also had, like, a rascal character in there where she just causes a little bit of trouble and takes credit for everything, but does kind of assist. You get help from other creatures around there. It's super cute. I really liked it, Anney.
I'm glad. I enjoyed when I was getting updates from you.
I was sending you updates. I was sending you pictures. I was like, I need you to play this because I think you'd enjoy it. Well, I don't know if you'd enjoy it. I just wanted you to see the scenery because there's nothing really, there's no fighting. There's no like there's not really anything real big, but the music is gorgeous. The dialogue is super cute. Again, the art is so pretty. Like, I loved every bit of it. It made me very happy to play that game. Like, I was very excited, like I said, and I actually didn't stop playing the entire time. I played, paused, and then came back, and then I was like, oh no, I'm finished. I need another version. I need more adventures. I think they can do more adventures. Mm-hmm. They also got, obviously, the rights and paid for the rights for that because it was... it's already very established and had been like published apparently in 100 different countries all around the world and very big. I just knew nothing about it. Like, do you know anything about Moomin Trolls or Moominvalley? The Moomins? No. Don't think so. Okay, I'm glad I was the only one. Listeners, I don't know. I would love to know more about this series because it sounds really, really sweet. Okay, I didn't realize it was a whole novel. Maybe we need to do that as one of our fictions. But I really enjoyed it. And there's a couple other games, but I feel like I've just really want to highlight this one for now. If y'all have games that are similar to that, if y'all have experiences similar to that, I need this recommendation because it was gorgeous and I loved it. And I want more. Yes. And listeners, you have answered the call before. You've sent in some wonderful suggestions, whether they be board games or phone games or any type of games. So please let us know. You can email those to us at stephanie@momstuff@iheartmedia.com. You can find us on Twitter at momstuffpodcast or on Instagram and TikTok at Stuff One Never Told You. We're also on YouTube, and we have a TeePublic store and a book.
You can get wherever you get your books. Thanks as always to our super producer, Christina, our executive producer, Maya, and our contributor, Joey.
Thank you.
And thanks to you for listening. Stuff I Never Told You is a production of iHeartRadio. For more podcasts from iHeartRadio, you can check out the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your favorite shows.